time to do yet another review. This time things are getting interesting because today I have the pleasure of reviewing the GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition. This is the top of the line GoPro camera at this current stage, and it's not the latest release, but it still has the best quality out of the rest of the line. The GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition has the ability to film in 4K resolution up to 30 frames a second. So we're talking about some serious clarity in the footage. You do need some sort of TV or computer that can view 4K, but that's the way technology is heading. Eventually all of our 1080p 2K screens and stuff will be obsolete, and then it'll be 4K and whatever's above that. So this camera here usually retails for in the high 600s in the store, but I managed to get this online from a place called Camera Sky, which is an Australian warehouse, and I've got it delivered for $540, I think it was. That's including postage and with insurance on the postage itself. So today we're going to be doing a unboxing, and hopefully we'll do a bit of footage shortly. So I'll just read out a few of the specs on the side of the box, just so you can see what we're looking at. So it has the capability of filming in WVGA, 720p SuperView 720, 960p, 1080p SuperView 1080p, 1440p, 2.7 in the 4:3 ratio, 2.7 SuperView 2.7K. Then we've also got 4K SuperView at 24 frames a second, and 4K at 30, 24 and 25 frames a second. And then you've got a few different options of field of views. Most of them are ultra wide. You have got medium and narrow only on about 3 of the select views. For still pictures, it takes 12 megapixel images. And when you're doing like a rapid burst, it can still do 12 megapixel images at 30 frames a second. So that's basically 30 images a second at 12 megapixels, just to clarify for you that don't understand. It also does its time-lapse, which is quite a popular GoPro feature, and that is at 0.5, 1, 2, 5, 10, 30 and 60 second intervals. I believe this has got a automatic low light feature which adjusts the image depending on the amount of light, ambient light in the area, which is quite good when you're filming sunsets or sunrises or something like that. As you can see, it's in its typical GoPro casing. It's a nice clear Perspex case, and underneath would be any of the accessories that come with it. In this one, this is the music edition. I didn't specify that I wanted the music edition, but it's okay because I went out and bought a few of the accessories myself off eBay. So let's open it up and have a bit of a look what's inside. Let's start the unboxing. Okay, my trusty Stanley knife. We've got 2 little plastic stickers on the side here, and they just peel down. That makes it easier. There we go. Peel down and slide. That's just a casing that can go away. Just a bit more boxing here, so we have got a sticker at the bottom that I do need to slice through. There we go. Alright, so we'll just open that up. out come some of the accessories. Woo! Let's have a bit of a look here. What do we got? Cool. Alright, we'll just set this camera aside for a second and have a look at what we've got here. So we've got a USB to mini USB charging cable. One of those little J-mount sort of hoops. And just a bit of a moving arm here. The quality of the products has actually improved quite a fair bit. I used to own the Hero 2, GoPro Hero 2. I just recently sold that, and I thought I needed to upgrade a bit, but it's quite good. This here, from the looks of things, is a new lens or some sort of attachment for the lens. So I'm sure that it will run me through that in the instructions. Okay, in this box, whoa, okay. Now we've got a couple of the mounts, which further installation for proper, right. A couple of the mounts. This looks like it's a tripod mount of some sort or something like that. Yet again, this is the music, so these could be mounts for guitars and stuff of the sort. That's the battery, so we definitely need to keep that one out. As for the rest, I think I'm just going to pop that back in the box here, and let's get on to the interesting stuff. The camera. Just put the battery aside. Okay. For this tape, we can just peel its way around. Off. Check that aside. Ooh. Alright. So that swings open on the top, and out comes all the paperwork. And I believe that's everything from inside the box. So what we'll do now is we'll just slide the actual GoPro off. So that slides off there. Put the rest of the packaging away. Okay, well here we have it. The GoPro. Now this is in a case, I believe they call it the frame or something like that. So this opens up. I'll get the camera out of the frame. That's cool. That should just pop out really. There we go. It's coming out. Too easy. Alright, I'm going to zoom in a bit more so you can really focus on the camera. Alright, now we've got the super close view of the camera. So as you can see there, we've got the power and the mode button. We've got a screen with two indicator LEDs on the side. The main lens there with the Hero 4 logoing. We've got a record button on the top of it. On the top of it there. Then on the side here, if you have a close look, we've got a settings button down there. On the top it looks like that's the built-in microphone. There's a couple of little slots there. There's also a little indicator light on the side. Okay, on the back we've got another indicator light and the slot which is suitable to plug the LCD screen in, should you want to get that. And if we go to one side here, open this one up, case pops completely off, which is always good. I hate cases that sort of just hang there. We've got the micro SD slot, we've got the mini USB and also the mini HDMI slots here. Okay, on the bottom here we have another indicator light, and I believe this is where the battery goes. So you just push in, slide it, and it opens, and we'll get the battery that little step there in the battery faces towards the outside of the camera, where the settings button is. And we slot that in there, and then close the lid, and then slide that little part across to lock it in. I'd help if I did it right. There we go. And then the mode button is the on button. But there we go. Turns on. So now it's saying no SD, and it automatically goes to 1080p, 30 frames a second, video, wide view, and it's telling me that I've got pretty much no power in it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put this on charge for a couple of hours, and then we'll do a bit of a test video with it, and I'll then do a comparison of what 1080p looks like next to, say, 1080p on the GoPro, and then the 1080p against the 4K on the GoPro. So that's the GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition. It's a nice little unit. It actually feels a lot better to hold than the Hero 2 that I used to own. It's really, you can tell they've gone through a lot of trouble developing better ergonomics with it, so it feels better when you hold it. It feels solid as well. So what I've gone and done is I've purchased, let's just turning that one off. I've gone and purchased just a few accessories. I've got myself a skeleton case. You can just see that in the camera frame. And the skeleton case, this one's not a genuine GoPro one. Genuine GoPro ones cost, I think, about $70 something, but this fits quite nicely. There we go, like that. And that closes in there. And if I slide this one back on, that slides on that part there. Whoa. There we go, and that's it. So, closes it nice and easy. Basically the skeleton case has this little cutout here on the side, so you can put your HDMI or your micro SD and USB in the side there, but to do that you naturally have to take the little side cover off before it goes in. Yeah, so it still offers a fair bit of weather resistance from all other perspectives, except from that side there. So this is going to be quite useful for me, because I shall be doing a fair bit of filming, so I want to have it constantly charging, and so I want the audio leads running to it as well. Lastly, there's two more different accessories that I have purchased. One was the combo cable set. I got this online. It's about $50. It's rather expensive. This one does say the Hero 3 accessory, but it is compatible with the Hero 4 because it has the same micro USB slot. So what this does is the micro USB or mini USB plugs into the side of the GoPro, and you have the capability of hooking it up to a TV screen with the RCA cables. So you've got white and red, so your left and right audio, and the yellow, which is your video. At the same time, you've also got capabilities of charging it via plugging in another USB into the female port here, and you've got a 3.5mm jack to be able to plug in an external microphone. So for me, I'll be plugging in the Rode SmartLav Plus into using the little adapter into the external microphone jack here. So I can have the whole lot hooked up. I can see what I'm doing, I can be charging it, and I can also be recording decent audio through it. And the last accessory that I've bought so far is one of these jaw clamp looking things. It's funny, it basically goes on and then this moves around in different ways. But yeah, basically this slides into the slot there, and the jaw can sort of like just really clamp onto things, and that can mount in, and then we can sort of have views of what's going on. And it's just one off eBay. I think I got it for $24 or something like that. The GoPro ones sell for about, I think about $80. This has got a really good spring in it, and it's got good rubber sort of, you know, it's not going to hurt you if you clamp it on yourself, but it's got good rubber little jaws on the inside there, so it's not going to damage whatever you clamp it onto. So amongst all of that, I'm pretty sure the last thing that I have here out of this bundle, the GoPro stickers that come with it, the safety information, the warranty and disclaimers, and that's the quick start guide there. All right, time to go and get that charged and get a micro SD in it, and let's film some footage. Alright guys, so there was the little bit of a comparison between the 60D and the GoPro. I had to go over a few of the settings on the 60D after I filmed everything, because it did look rather blue with the light comparison. But you can see the field of view on the GoPro is really wide. The 1080p footage that you saw was just the standard view, it wasn't the super view, and both the Canon and GoPro filmed at 1080p at 24 frames a second with a 50-second shutter speed on the Canon. The footage I noticed on the GoPro shows a lot of color, in-depth color. Everything's all automatic, it's all part of the camera. With the Canon, there's a lot to modify and adjust yourself, and I'm still learning as I go along. So overall, the GoPro, which is the reason why you're watching this video, shows amazing color. It's got a huge field of view, and just the clarity of everything in general is amazing. I was reviewing the 1080p footage on my MacBook Pro, a 2011 model, and it was showing up perfect. I did do some filming in 4K footage, and unfortunately my MacBook processor is not powerful enough to view that footage without it staggering, so it didn't give a true representation, as well as the fact that it hasn't got a 4K screen, and even if I did export it, the videos in 4K, unless you have a 4K screen, it'll just be showing at whatever highest resolution that you have available, which is still 1080p. So I think for my filming for my trip, I'm going to be filming in all 1080p amongst the Canon and the GoPro, or I shall be filming with 2K, because there are 2K TVs and screens around. 4K is still quite new technology that still has to enter the market. So with saying that, the GoPro is very easy to use. I found that hooking it up via the app on my iPhone 6s, it was very easy to hold the camera, walk around while viewing the screen. There's a tiny bit of lag between the two, the camera and the screen, but that is natural when you've got a wireless connection. especially when it's filming in such high quality. The viewing isn't at the same quality on the phone. So if you're filming and you're looking at the GoPro app, and even if you're filming in 1080, 2K, 4K, whatever it may be, you'll be looking at the camera wondering, why is it blurry? Why does it look a lot worse than what it could be? I had to do a bit of research on that, and the reason why is because it's streaming that data, and it would use a lot of battery on both ends, as well as data to get the super crystal clear image on your screen. So what I'll be using the screen for is just making sure that I have everything in the shot, and then I'm just going to have faith in the GoPro itself to capture the clarity, and naturally it focuses on everything. With the Canon, that's a little bit different, because then I have to do the filter depth. That basically wraps everything up for the GoPro. So I've just been going through all my accessories with it. Need to get a couple more of the adhesive mounts, and yeah, that's everything. So I hope this video showed you a little bit and just gave you a real brief view of what the GoPro is capable of, just clarity wise. Naturally, that was nowhere near the action that they get used for, or snowboarding, motorcycling and stuff like that. I do plan on having a couple more test videos with the GoPro attached to my motorcycle once I get a few more mounts, and then you'll be able to see exactly what it's capable of at speed. So that's all for today, and I hope you enjoyed this little review and unboxing. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next video. Alright, catch you later. See ya.